Hi, welcome to the Abyss Tarot T.A.T. Today we are doing a one-card pull for each zodiac sign for the week of August 25th through August 31st, okay? So we are going to start off with Virgo since this is Virgo season. Happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. And let's go ahead and get you a message for the week, Virgo, okay? So let's go ahead and get you a one-card message for the week, August 25th through August 31st for Virgo. There it is. Okay, so we have Temperance in the reverse, and it says merging and Amethyst. Okay, so since it is in the reverse, maybe there is a distancing with something or someone. It may be something that was merging, something that was probably taking initiation to come together. Now seems like it's not going to, or it's not going to proceed. So whatever this was, it seems like you're taking a break from it, or it's just not happening. Okay, so also it says to be patient too. This is the card of patience. So maybe you've been feeling impatient, like when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? When are we going to do this? When are we going to work on this? And so here the message is like, maybe right now it's just not the time, or it might be happening slower than what you thought. Okay, here with Amethyst, definitely using your intuition, trusting the process, knowing that it's either going to happen or it's not, but also not trying to force it either. Yeah, because we know Virgo likes to have everything like ready and set in stone. So maybe this isn't something that isn't like the ink isn't dried yet. So it might not be time for this. Okay, Virgo. All right. So that's what I have for you. So next we're going to go to Capricorn. What is your week, August 25th through August 31st? Capricorn, what is your message for the week? Okay. Capricorn, what is your message for the week, Cappy? Okay, so we have the Lovers in the reverse. It's a Gemini energy, and it says choices with lapis lazuli. Look at what a beautiful card this is. I love this card. How it's like they're trees, but they're like carved into humans. Look how beautiful that is. It is in the reverse. So here, a love situation, right? Maybe dealing with a Gemini. But this does seem like something that also, like Virgo, something that maybe you thought was going to proceed isn't. Maybe a relationship is coming to an end, or maybe it just came to an end. It also seems like maybe there wasn't enough love there. And I do feel like this is your week of reflecting on the situation and also reflecting on you and your self-worth and your self-love. This could have been somebody that just wasn't giving you that attention, that time of day. And so maybe, you're reflecting on giving yourself that love that maybe you were expecting this person to give you or wanting somebody else to give you. You're like, you know what? It's about me. This is about me giving this to me and not expecting it from somebody else. Okay, so I think this is a week of reflection for you in your choices. This does say choices here. So it does seem like you're going to be reflecting on your choices of who you give your energy to. Okay. All right, so now next we're going to Taurus. Taurus, what is your week looking like for August 25th through August 31st? Taurus. One card message for the week for Taurus. Too many cards, but I did see the Chariot card, Cancer energy. You might be dealing with a Cancer this week, Taurus. Okay. There it is. We have the Devil in the reverse. That is Capricorn energy. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Okay, so all three of you Earth signs have had your cards in the reverse. Okay, so maybe a little bit of a challenging week this week for the Earth sign, but it is the Devil. It does say oppression, and the stone is Snowflake Obsidian. But I do like this card actually when it's in the reverse better than when it's in the upright, because when it's in the reverse, it does let me know that you are letting go of these toxic situations or people. It's like you're aware of it. Sometimes, when that Devil is in the upright, it's like we can't see the forest for the trees and we're unaware of what's going on, right? But in the reverse, it's like we are aware and we are taking the steps necessary to fix the issue. So here, it being in the reverse, the Devil, it's almost like the Devil isn't so much a devil anymore, So I do feel like this week, Taurus, you're taking the steps necessary to remove toxic situations, habits, or people out of your life. Okay, so the oppression isn't going to be oppressing you anymore, basically, right? Okay, so now we're moving on to the air signs. Okay, so we're going to start with Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, what is your message for the week of August 25th through August 31st? Aquarius. Okay, that came out pretty fast. So we have the Ace of Winter. Okay, I love it. It's new ideas. It's the Ace of Swords, and it is blue topaz. So Aquarius is always thinking outside the box, right? So here with this card saying new ideas, you have new ideas for something, maybe something you want to create, maybe something that you had on hold, you're going to start moving towards it now. You know, maybe just something you had in your head is now going to be an actual reality. You know, maybe you thought of opening a hair salon, right? And it's just been an idea in your head. Well, now you're actually going to take the steps to rent the location and start putting the furniture and the staff and you know what I mean, whatever the situation is, but you know, I'm just using that as an example. But so it seems like you are actually creating something now this week, Aquarius, right? Or maybe you're just getting the new idea of something different, of changing something around, but there is something different here, and creating something new ideas here. Blue topaz. Could also be thinking of going back to school too, is what I'm getting. Going back to school. Also working on your health is also what I'm getting. Working on your health. You know, maybe starting on a new diet or a new workout routine or something like that, where you're going to focus on your health also too, is what I'm getting. Okay. Okay. So next we're moving on to Libra. Libra, what is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st. Libra. Oh, a little bit of sunlight just came in. So Libra, hopefully you'll have a little sunlight in your soul, right? Okay, Libra. Libra, August 25th through August 31st. Doesn't want to come out for Libra. It's taking longer than all the other signs so far to come out. Libra does not want to come out. Maybe you don't want to come out your house this week. Maybe you want to stay indoors. Maybe you want to be a little more to yourself, right? Libra talks to everybody and their mama. Libra's friends with everybody. Everywhere they go, Libra makes friends. But the card does not want to come out. So I'm guessing this week you don't want to talk. You don't want to like chit chat, make small talk, conversate. This week you are probably just wanting to stay indoors. There it goes. It fell on the floor. Let me see. And fell right off the table. Okay, Libra. So we have the Nine of Winter, anxiety. Look at that. So yeah, so maybe you've been having some anxiety where you just want to stay indoors. And like I said, a little light, little sunlight came in through the window. Look at this card. She's looking through the window. Look at that. This girl is looking through the window. Okay, but it did come out in the reverse, anxiety, the Pedialyte. So being that it came out this way, I also like this card when it's in the reverse, because it seems like we're starting to feel better. We're starting to come around again. So maybe you've been in this mood here where you just didn't feel like it, or talking, or friends, or anything like that. In the reverse, it's like you're starting to come around. You're starting to feel better. And this card could also represent having a hard time sleeping, or having nightmares, or being a night owl, being up and not resting. Here, it seems like this week you might be able to sleep a little more. You might be able to get a little more rest. Maybe you're feeling really tired. Maybe that's why you don't feel like getting out, right? Maybe you might not want to get out this week because you're like, I'm just so drained. I'm so tired. But again, this week, it seems like you're starting to get a little bit of your pep back, a little bit of your Libra self back, you know? So a little bit more of your energy is coming back this week, okay? And the anxiety, maybe you've had anxiety, it's starting to subside. Again, you're starting to feel better this week, okay? All right, so let's go to Gemini. Gemini, what is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st. Gemini. Gemini, what is your week looking like? Oh, that was really fast. Got too many cards. Too many. So let's go ahead and put them back in. So maybe you have a busy week, Gemini, since it was a lot of cards. You probably have a lot of things going on this week, okay? Just like always, Gemini. You know, to me, Gemini, because I connect with spirit animals, and to me, Gemini is always like an octopus. because it's like you're able to multitask. Okay. So you got the Judgment card in the reverse. So look at that. And it says renewal, hawk's eye. Okay. It is in the reverse. So here, maybe you've had you've had harsh judgment of yourself, or others have had harsh judgment towards you. You know, but it seems like you're not giving any more chances. Like maybe you've had people that have talked negatively to you or argued with you, or again were just very judgmental with you, and it might seem like this week they're trying to be nice to you for some reason, or they're trying to get back into your good graces, like something weird, right? But you're like, no, dice, you're not giving them another chance. It doesn't look like it. You know, the Judgment card does talk about, you know, renewal. It says here renewal, and you're not renewing this situation, whatever this situationship might be. You're not renewing it. You're not renewing the contract. You're not renewing the friendship. You're not renewing the relationship. You're not renewing it. And hawk's eye here, the stone hawk's eye. So maybe this person is watching you closely. Maybe they've had their eye closely on you, and maybe that is why they are trying to like, you know, butter you up or be buddy buddy with you or something. Maybe there's something good going on, and it's like they want in on that. But I see you saying no go. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the fire signs. Fire signs. Let's go with Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. You might also be dealing with another fire sign this week, is what I'm getting. Sagittarius. What is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st, Sagittarius. Let's go, Sagittarius. There it is. And we have the Six of Summer in the reverse, which is the Six of Cups. Okay, it says reminisce. Rhodochrosite, the stone. Okay, it is in the reverse. It is the card of children here. And so here, somebody might be thinking of you obsessively, or you might be thinking of somebody. But with this here, I feel it's more, could be a family member. It could even be a sibling, somebody that you knew from your childhood. It seems like they're thinking of you, and they might want to get in touch with you. It almost seems like they want to catch up or show you something, like look at old photographs, right? Because these children are holding a photograph. So it's almost like, look at the pictures of us when we were younger, and look at this and look at that. So I feel like somebody is heavy thinking of you right now, Sagittarius. Somebody from the past is thinking heavy of you, and they might be reaching out to you soon. Okay. It's like a nostalgia period for this person, and it just seems like they want to catch up. They want to catch up with you. Could be a family member, like I said. Maybe somebody you haven't seen in a long time. Ooh, a sibling, a cousin, a childhood friend. Okay, let's go on to Aries. Aries, what is your week looking like? Okay, we have the Four of Fall. Okay, the Four of Fall is the Four of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy, and it does say hoard here. So there is something that you are holding on to. It could be money. You know, maybe you're being a little tight with money this week. But it could also be hoarding, like keeping something, right? Maybe it might be time to do a little cleaning, a deep, thorough cleaning, because maybe there's unnecessary stuff that you are holding on to, and that's just taking up space in your energy. So in order to get the energy flowing, you need to free up some things, okay? To have new energy come in is what I'm getting. So in order for you to have new energy come in, changes, right? Some type of change come in, we need to let go of some of these old things that aren't serving us. She is holding a mirror, okay, and she is looking away from the mirror. So maybe there's also parts of yourself that you are letting go of, that you know that you don't need to hold on to anymore, Aries. So maybe you might be doing some reflection this week, and you know, feeling like, why am I holding on to that resentment? Why am I holding on to that anger? Why am I holding on to that hope? Because there's no hope there. So whatever these things are, you might be reflecting on letting go, but also, like I said, you could also be holding on to some money, right? Maybe not wanting to spend, or just, you know, maybe needing to do some type of cleaning also. Okay. All right, let's move on to Leo. Okay. Leo, what is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st, Leo. Leo, what is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st. Leo, there it is. And we have the King of Summer in the reverse, which is the King of Cups. It says empathetic and artistic, Picasso stone. Okay, it is in the reverse. This is Scorpio energy. You might be dealing with a Scorpio here this week. Or this could be your energy, but it seems that it seems like you're being judged as being harsh this week. It's almost like, you know, either you're being harsh of being insensitive, or somebody is going to be insensitive with you this week is what I'm getting. Also, you're somebody that might do a lot of projects, a lot of crafts, a lot of creative ideas, and it seems like you've put them off. It seems like you're just not feeling to do your normal crafty self stuff that you do. I feel like you just haven't been feeling I heard flair. You haven't been feeling the flair to do things, Leo. Okay, maybe this week you're putting those things off. You're not feeling them, and I do feel like there are changes here for you, so that's probably why too. Okay, and like I said, somebody might judge you as insensitive, but I feel like it's more somebody else might have some insensitivity to you this week, and also like maybe because of what you're going through, and again putting things off. They're like, why are you putting that off, or why aren't you doing this anymore, blah blah blah, or this, and they're just not getting it. So that might be some hurt feelings there. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the water signs. So Scorpio. Okay, let's go with Scorpio. What is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your week, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, we have the Ace of Summer, which is the Ace of Cups. It says new love. Okay, Rhodonite here. So Scorpio, there might be a new love this week. She is holding the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. So there is some type of change here. There's a new beginning here. And this is the universe offering you a hand. So maybe you already have a connection, or maybe you're already in a relationship, or whatever it is. But it seems like the universe is offering you a hand this week to make things a little better, to sweeten the pot. There's something here this week, okay? That is going to be noticeable is what I'm getting. There's going to be more clarity here. So either, like I said, either it's just a whole brand new person, a whole brand new love, or the love you have already. It seems like it's just going to be a little bit sweetened, a little bit better. There's change here for you, Scorpio. And her makeup is running, like she's been crying. So after the tears, there's a new beginning here. Okay. New love. Okay, so let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, what is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st, Pisces. Pisces. Pisces, what is your week looking like? Pisces. Pisces, what is your week looking like? And we have the Five of Winter, which is the Five of Swords. It says hoodwink. Okay, and it's leopard skin jasper, the stone. So with this card, Pisces, it seems like I just heard fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So Pisces, it seems like you fell for it. It's okay, no shame, right? We've all been through things where we've fallen for people's deception and lies. And I feel like you're feeling bad towards yourself, judging yourself, saying, why did I fall for it again? If I had already seen it before, why did I turn a blind eye this time? So this week, I feel like you are maybe being a little bit harsh on yourself, because you're saying, I fell for it again. How could I fall for it again? Right? But you're Pisces. You're very kind-hearted. You give multiple chances, even when people don't deserve it. And so here you're already like, yeah, this has been one chance too many, and I'm not doing this again. You already do. The good thing is you do see the reality of it, because sometimes some people will never see it, or they'll decide to never see it. for what it really is. And here I feel like you're like, I see what it really is, you know, I see it for what it is, and I'm not going to fall for it anymore. Okay. All right. So let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, what is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st. Cancer. Cancer, what is your week looking like? August 25th through August 31st. Okay. Cancer. Cancer. Ooh. And we have the Page of Winter, which is the Page of Swords. It says mental agility and azurite. Okay. So here, Cancer, you are maybe like in the beginning stage of something that you're wanting to try, something that you want to, you know, put a hand into, something you want to try it. I want to try that. I want to learn that. I want to do that. So there's something here where you're beginning something. It says mental agility, maybe going back to school, right? Again, I feel like you're in that stage of wanting to try something new. So maybe going back to school, or getting your hands into some other type of work that you do, but trying something different, right? Maybe working in a different department, or just trying a whole new type of job completely. But I feel like you really are wanting to learn something. This is also known as like the spy card too at times. So maybe somebody's also spying on you. Maybe somebody's seeing what you're up to, because again, I feel like you want to try something new. So somebody might be like, let me see what Cancer is up to. They might be up to something because they want to try something new. So here you might have somebody, somebody and their mama all up in your business, Cancer, for this week, wanting to know all those little details of this new endeavor, this new beginning, right, that you are wanting to put a hand into. Okay. Let me see. I just want to take a look and see your week for everybody here. Okay, just trying to take a look here. So far what I have is the earth signs that might seem to have a little more of a difficult week this week, is what I'm feeling, are the earth signs. Okay. But also remember to take a look at your sun, moon, and rising, okay, to see what resonates. And let me know in the comments if it resonates, or at the end of the week, if you know, if it resonated or whatever. And yeah, so that's all I have for you. Have a good week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.